హలో గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్. హౌ ఆర్ యూ? అందరూ మీరు మీ ఫ్యామిలీస్ అందరు సేఫ్గా ఉన్నారనేసి నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను. సేఫ్గానే ఉంటారు ఆ దేవుడి దయ వల్ల. ఓకే, వెల్కమ్ టు సెకండ్ ఇయర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. నేను ఈరోజు పెథాలజీ క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను. పెథాలజీలో కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ బ్లడ్. ఓకే, బిఫోర్ గోయింగ్ టు క్లాస్, ఇన్ మై క్లాస్ every class we are discussing about one moral values. ఓకే, ఈరోజు మనం ఏమనుకుంటున్నామంటే, మీ ప్రయత్నం లేకపోతే మీకు విజయం రాదు, కానీ మీరు ప్రయత్నిస్తే ఓటమి రాదు. ఇది కూడా అబ్దుల్ కలాం గారు చెప్పారు. మీ ప్రయత్నం లేకపోతే మీకు విజయం రాదు, కానీ మీరు ప్రయత్నిస్తే మీకు ఓటమి రాదు. కాబట్టి మీరు ఇంట్లో ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ గురించి, ఎస్పెషల్లీ మీరు పెథాలజీ ఫార్మకాలజీ గురించి భయపడుతూ ఉంటారు. డోంట్ అఫ్రైడ్ అబౌట్ పెథాలజీ అండ్ ఫార్మకాలజీ. మేము పెథాలజీ స్టార్ట్ చేసినాము క్లాస్ ఒకటి. తర్వాత ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే మీకు మమ్మల్ని అడగండి. ఓకే, ఈరోజు టాపిక్ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ బ్లడ్. ఓకే, యు ఆర్ ఆల్ సెకండ్ ఇయర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఇన్ ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ అండ్ ఇన్ సెకండ్ ఇయర్ you are exposed to clinicals. In second year half batch 45 students you are exposed to medical wards, surgical wards, operation theatres, and acute medical care unit. In that units you know how to collect the blood, what type of blood we are collecting, like whole blood, serum, plasma, like that, and what type of vacuum tubes or specimen bottles we are using for collection of blood. Okay, collection of blood. What is collection of blood? What is the use of collection of blood? The blood for the test is collected in specific container or vacuum tubes which have a colored top. It is essential to use appropriate vacuum tubes with the proper ratio of anticoagulant. Okay, collection of blood ante the blood for the test is collected in a specific container or vacuum tubes which have a colored top. It is essential to use appropriate vacuum tubes with the proper ratio of anticoagulant. Okay, we are using anticoagulant specimen bottles for some investigations. Without coagulant we are doing some investigations. Okay, then different types of colors vacuum tubes or specimen bottles are here. This is test tube or tubes we are using in at clinical side. Previously we are using specimen bottles, and after boiling we are adding oxalate for anticoagulated blood. For coagulated blood we are not using anticoagulant solution. But nowadays in all laboratories and government setting also we are using different color tubes. Okay, for collection of blood. Okay, here green is there, orange is there, red color, purple color, blue color, black color, and other colors are there. Okay, black color is indicates citrate. Citrate is a anticoagulant. For collection of anticoagulant we are using black color. Then green color indicates heparin. Cardiology wards we are using heparin tubes for blood collection. It is anticoagulant. Gray color, that is fluoride, it is anticoagulant. Light blue color, sodium citrate, is anticoagulant. And purple color, you know very well about purple color, that is EDTA bottle. Then red color, yes, red color is without anticoagulant. When we are going to take blood with without anticoagulant tube, we have to use this red color. But all this purple color, blue color, black color, green color is having heparin. These tubes are used for anticoagulant, collection of anticoagulant blood. Okay, then types of blood samples. Okay, what type of blood samples we are collecting? The blood sample required may be whole blood here, okay, sorry, WHOLE, whole blood, comma, serum or plasma, okay, whole blood. And different types of blood. Some whole blood we need for hemoglobin estimations, random blood sugars, fasting blood sugars, ESR count, like that we are using whole blood. Some serum like serum creatinine for cross matching or plasma. Different types of blood samples like whole blood samples, serum or plasma. Then whole blood uses for complete hemogram, that is hemoglobin, erythrosedimentation rate, platelet count, reticulocyte count and peripheral smear evaluation. For this we are taking whole blood for investigations. Then osmotic fragility test, estimation of fetal hemoglobin and Coombs test. Osmotic fragility test means this test is done for estimation of and to know the hereditary diseases like thalassemia and to know the red blood cells estimation. Okay, estimation of fetal hemoglobin and Coombs test. Coombs test is two types, direct Coombs test and indirect Coombs test. To know the autoimmune hemolytic anemia, we are taking this Coombs test. Okay, what is the whole blood? Whole blood needed for to know the investigations like hemoglobin, erythrosedimentation rate, platelet count, reticulocyte count and peripheral smear evaluation. Then osmotic fragility test. Osmotic fragility test is doing to protect hereditary diseases like autoimmune hemolytic anemia. Then estimation of fetal hemoglobin and Coombs test. Coombs test is used for to know the hemolytic anemias. Then serum. Okay, some investigations we need only serum. For serum we are not adding any anticoagulant solutions. Serum obtained by allowing the blood to clot in a tube or in a vial without adding any anticoagulant solutions. To whole blood we are adding anticoagulant solution, but to get serum we are not adding any anticoagulant solution, and we have to take a red colored tube, that is without anticoagulant. Okay, and different colors of the tubes we are discussed, black color, green color, purple color, like that. They are having anticoagulant. Based on our instructions we are using that tubes. But here serum creatinine uses estimation of bilirubin, creatinine, uric acid, proteins, albumin, globulin, etc. Then serum enzymes levels like alkaline phosphates, acid phosphate, phosphatase, aspartate and alanine amino transferase. Okay, వీటికి మనము we are using anticoagulant red color tubes. Serum electrophoresis of proteins, lipoproteins and immunoglobulins. Okay, serums obtained by allowing the blood to clot in a tube or in a vial. Okay, without adding any anticoagulant. Okay, uses of serum, estimation of bilirubin, creatinine, uric acid, proteins, albumin, globulin, etc. Next, serum enzymes levels like alkaline phosphatase, acid phosphatase, aspartate and alanine amino transferase. Serum electrophoresis of proteins, lipoproteins and immunoglobulins. Then plasma. Plasma is obtained by centrifugation of the anticoagulated blood. Okay, after centrifugation, red blood cells form the sediment and the supernatant is the plasma. Okay, already in the centrifugation in your blood bank, centrifuge is there. Okay, whenever we need plasma for investigations, we have to centrifuge the anticoagulated blood. After centrifugation, the blood cells form the sediment and the supernatant is the plasma, that is upper portion is the plasma. Okay, uses coagulation studies like prothrombin time, partial thromboplastin time, thrombin time, as a various coagulation factors like 8th factor and 9th factor, confirmation of hemoglobinemia where plasma colored red, for biochemical investigations like blood glucose. Okay, What is plasma? What are the uses of plasma? We are collecting plasma sample in anticoagulated blood. After collecting the sample, we are centrifugation is very very important, but that is centrifuge mission or device is there in our hospital settings. Then after centrifugation, red blood cells form the sediment and the supernatant is the plasma. Okay, upper portion is called plasma. Uses coagulation studies like prothrombin time చేసేటప్పుడు we need plasma, partial thromboplastin time, thrombin time, various coagulation factors like 8th factor and 9th factors, confirmation of hemoglobinemia, where plasma colored red color ఉన్నప్పుడు hemoglobinemia to identify it, we are using plasma for biochemical investigations like blood glucose. Okay, this is plasma sample. Here ఏమన్నాము RBC sedimentation, upper portion is superannuate portion is called plasma, it is in yellow color. Okay, అంటే after collection of the blood in a anticoagulated while we after centrifugation the plasma will come upper part. Lower segment is erythrocytes. Then methods of blood collections, already you know methods of blood, different methods of blood collections are there, that is from venous blood, then capillary blood like heel prick, pricking of the finger. By different methods we are collecting the blood. Blood may be collected as follows. Venous blood, yes, already you know, it is usually collected from the antecubital vein either by a disposable syringe or vacuum tubes. Okay, అంటే before collecting the sample, clean the skin of antecubital area with an alcohol swab and allow it to dry. Then apply a tourniquet about 2 inches above the selected venous puncture site. Methods of blood collection lo first method is venous blood. Venous blood ante when we are collecting venous blood, we have to usually common site is antecubital vein either by a disposable syringe or vacuum tubes. By using disposable syringe or vacuum tubes, we are collecting the sample from the antecubital vein. Before collecting the any sample, it is different types of sites we are collecting, but we have to maintain the follow the aseptic precautions. అంటే clean the skin of antecubital area with an alcohol swab, spirit swab and allow it to dry. Okay, apply a tourniquet about 2 inches above the selected venous puncture site. Then capillary blood. Capillary blood may be collected either from the finger or heel. Okay, finger prick method, already you know finger prick method, but in AMC in all wards we are taking blood sample for fasting blood sugar or postprandial blood sugar. We are using finger prick method to collect the sample. Okay, use for hemoglobin also we are collecting, we are doing finger prick method sometimes, and when peripheral smear for malarial parasites also we are using sometimes finger prick method. Okay, finger prick method using sterile disposable lancet or needle, prick on the lateral side of the tip of the finger, that is middle finger and or ring finger, so that blood starts flowing. Okay, finger prick method ante for finger prick we are using lancets or needles. Okay, we have to prick, select the lateral side of the tip of the finger, especially middle finger or ring finger, so the blood starts flowing. After pricking, the blood starts flowing. The free flowing blood is collected in the hemoglobinometer for hemoglobin investigation, pipette for hemoglobin estimation, total white blood cell count, platelet count, peripheral smears are also prepared by placing a drop of blood on one end of the glass side. Okay, finger prick method ante we are taking blood from to estimate the hemoglobin estimation, white blood cell count estimation, to know the platelet count, peripheral smears are ante we are taking a drop of blood, 1 or 2 drop of bloods on one end of the glass side. Okay, then heel prick method. This method is usually employed for collecting blood from infants. Okay, heel prick method is useful in collecting of blood from the infants. Okay, capillary blood and capillary blood may be collected either from the finger or heel. Finger prick method and heel prick method, two types. Heel prick method is commonly used in collecting the blood from the infants. Finger prick method, for finger prick method we are using lancet and needle, but this method also we have to follow aseptic precautions while pricking the middle finger or ring finger or any finger. Commonly usually will prick middle finger or ring finger. Okay, after pricking the blood starts flowing. For this flowing blood you have to take in a hemoglobin pipette for hemoglobin estimation, for WBC count, platelet count, smear for malarial parasites or peripheral smear. We are using slides. On slides we have to take 1 drop or 2 drops on one end of the glass side. Okay, by syringe. Insert. Okay, how to take blood from the by using syringe. How to take blood from using vacuum tube? By syringe. Insert the needle of a syringe into the vein. Okay, already you know. Collect the required amount of blood in the syringe. Okay. Discharge the blood from the syringe into a appropriate vial. Pour 1 drop each on 2 to 3 glass side and prepare peripheral blood smears. By syringe. Already different types of syringes are 2C syringes and 5 ml syringes, sometimes 10 ml syringes, and depending upon our investigations. Hemoglobin half cc we need, means we are using 2cc syringes, 2cc. Sometimes some investigation 3 ml, 4 ml, we are using 5 ml syringes, like that, depending upon our investigations. Okay, by using syringe we are collecting the blood. We have to follow aseptic precaution, that is cleaning of the area. Don't touch the tip of the needle like that. Then disposable of syringes, syringe needle is very, very important. Next, after collecting the blood to be transferred from syringe to appropriate vial, that is anticoagulated vial without anticoagulation preparation. We have to check before discharge the blood from syringe to the appropriate vial. Pour 1 drop each on 2 to 3 glasses. For peripheral smears, 2 to 3 glass slide and prepare peripheral blood smears. Then by vacuum tube. There are nowadays used in most of the laboratories, instead of syringes they are using vacuum tubes. Okay. This is a heel prick method for infants. Already heel prick, capillary blood collection, 2 types. Heel prick method and finger prick method. It is heel prick method. We are collecting that the infant, baby or children. They are using heel prick method for blood collection. Okay. Then finger prick method. Okay. Then antecubital vein. They are drawing the blood. Okay, summarization of the topic. Okay, here already మనం discuss చేసాం pathology, that is clinical pathology, collection of blood samples. Okay, collection of blood sample is collection of blood is important. Why? Because to know different types of diseases. For example, we are doing hemoglobin investigations to detect anemia. Then peripheral smear, some to detect different types of anemias, malaria, parasites, like that. Then random blood sugar levels to know the for diabetic state of diabetic. Okay, the patient is having high levels or low level blood sugar. Serum renal parameters like blood urea, serum creatinine to know the kidney function. Then bilirubin levels if the patient is suffering with any hepatitis, jaundice, viral test, blood culture. Different types of investigations we are doing. Okay, for that purpose we have to know collection of blood. Already we are for collection of blood we are using different types of color top tubes like black color, purple color, red color, green color. Okay, red color indicates without anticoagulant tube. All black color, purple color and green color is having anticoagulant solutions. Based on our investigation, we have to select proper color top of the tube. Okay, for some investigations we need anticoagulant so having anticoagulant solution tubes. Some for investigations we without anticoagulant tubes we want. Okay, then collection of blood types: whole blood, serum, plasma. Okay, for some investigations we need whole blood, some serum and some investigations plasma. For plasma, after collecting anticoagulant blood, we are centrifugation is doing. After centrifugation, the RBC erythrocytes will sediment lower side of the tube and upper supine and place plasma is there. For plasma purpose we are doing that. Investigations like prothrombin time, different types of investigations already we are discussed. And then we are taking the blood from venous capillary blood. Venous blood and capillary blood, two types, heel prick method and finger prick methods. We are using syringes and vacuum tubes. ఓకే, ఈ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ బ్లడ్ అనేది మీకు ముందే చెప్పాను. నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ యాంటీకోయాగులెంట్స్ అండ్ హీమోగ్లోబిన్ ఎస్టిమేషన్ మెథడ్ని డిస్కస్ చేద్దాము. మీరు కొద్దిగా చదివితే మీకు పెథాలజీ ఈజీగా అర్థమవుతుంది. ఈరోజు క్లాస్ మీకు సరిగ్గా అర్థమైందనేసి నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.